My friends, every single time we receive new information about the Uvalde, Texas shooting, the story seems worse and worse. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we're going to talk about some of the shocking and disturbing new information that's coming out about the Uvalde shooting. The biggest being that cops deliberately locked the shooter inside with students, allowing 19 children to be slaughtered along with 3 adults and teachers. Not only that, 19 officers stood outside the room for over an hour after locking in these children and doing nothing. But an even more shocking twist to the story is that a female teacher who went to get her cell phone left the door wide open. But we're going to talk about that, folks, and more. But before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and if you like videos like this, please share them with your family and friends online and on social media. And now a quick word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is a trading app where you can buy and sell stocks and cryptocurrency. Open a Webull account today and deposit any amount of money, even $1, and you could get up to 6 free stocks worth up to $9,000. My friends, it's basically free money. So download the app, install Webull, deposit a few bucks, and you're gonna get those free stocks, my friends. Join Webull today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. All right, folks, let's jump right in. In one of the most disturbing pieces of information about the Uvalde shooting, here on the Daily Mail, it says, Texas cops didn't rush to find the gunman because, quote, they could have been shot, and deliberately locked the shooter inside a classroom full of students. Now, according to them, this was to save other kids.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
So, of course, 19 children ended up slaughtered. They literally locked them in the same room. We got another piece of the story here where the police officers officially admit that 19 officers stood outside the classroom. So, for 47 minutes, the shooter stood outside of the classroom, and these 19 officers did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Take a look at the following screenshot here that shows what was happening while these 19 cowards stood outside the room, same room in which they locked innocent children with the gunman. And you can see here a timeline of 911 calls. At 12:03, a girl whispers, she's in room 112. At 12:10, another student says, multiple people are dead. At 12:13, calls again. At 12:16, says 8 to 9 students are alive. 12:19, student calls from room 111. 12:21, 3 shots heard on call. 12:36, another call. 12:43, asks for police. 12:47, asks for police. And the children died one by one. But you know what this proves? And this is why this is so outrageous and why I think that so many people are disgusted by this story. This proves, and this is sourced by the New York Times, this proves that the cops could have saved at least 8 to 9 children. 12:16, 8 to 9 students were still alive. After all this, they were all dead. Yeah. So I want to jump over to the story here. Texas cops said last night that they didn't immediately rush in to find the shooter on Tuesday's attack after being shot at because they feared they might be killed, and even suggested they deliberately locked the gunman in the classroom where he slaughtered 21 people in order to trap him. Well, isn't that heroic? You sacrifice a life of 21 people to save children. I'm sure the parents of those 19 kids and the parents of those 3 adults and teachers, I'm sure they feel like you made the right decision sacrificing their children to save kids. No, what you cowards should have done was taken down the gunman. You pieces of garbage. The Department of Safety, Lieutenant Chris Alvarez, made the astonishing comments during an appearance on CNN last night. Now, I've been seeing a lot of left-wingers try to use this to push gun control, which in my opinion is the stupidest thing you could possibly do. So let me get this straight. A guy gets a gun and he shoots up a school, and nobody stops him because none of the teachers are armed. The guards are not armed. Nobody has a gun, so they can't shoot the gunman. And your solution is to take away the guns from the law-abiding citizens? Well, gee, I'm sure that'll save people's lives. No, these Democrats and these liberals will argue that if you get rid of AR-15s, ooh, these assault rifles and weapons of war and blah, blah, blah. If you get rid of these guns, then all of a sudden no more shootings will happen. We all know this is nonsense. You can easily get these assault rifles or whatever illegally. But it's more simple than that to me. There's people out there saying, well, the fact that these cops were scared to get shot by the AR-15 proves that they're too powerful for people to have, so we should ban them. Is that the problem? Because if these cops were scared, it's because they only had little hand pistols while the gunman had an AR-15. Why not arm the cops with AR-15s? Wouldn't that make them more confident that they could easily take down this guy? Isn't the solution more guns, not less? I want to show you a screenshot here. Crazed man with an AR-15 sprays a graduation party with bullets. He is shot dead by a woman with a pistol. There you have it, folks. A mass shooter was stopped by a woman with a gun. Not a police officer, a normal woman. Democrats want to ban guns, okay? And they try to claim that it's just AR-15s. No, they want gun control. They don't say AR-15 control. They say gun control. They want to take away your guns, period. That's not going to make the world a safer place. It is going to make the world an unsafer place. Disarming people is making people unsafe. Don't you get it? Like, I don't understand how you could be so clueless. Why do you think the gunman targeted an elementary school where none of the teachers were armed? Because they were vulnerable because they had no guns. Ooh. Now, I saw this article that really pissed me off here on Twitter, NBC News. This is what they posted. Federal agents entered the Uvalde Elementary School to kill the gunman, despite local police initially asking them to wait. Now, hold on a second.
Say, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
It was an off-duty Border Patrol officer who ultimately barged into the school, ultimately shot the shooter Salvador Ramos, and killed him. The federal agents did nothing. They did nothing. They were useless, just like the cops. You have so many leftists and Democrats making this into a political issue over banning guns. And I just gotta say, it's some of the most disgusting behavior that I've ever seen, especially from Beto O'Rourke. What a sick SOB, standing on the corpses of those dead children in order to win political brownie points. Beto O'Rourke disgusts me. The Democrats disgust me. It is sickening. Beto O'Rourke on Twitter be like, we won't forget what Abbott has done to the children of Texas. We will defeat him. Vote for me. Man, these politicians, man, they're some sick pieces of shit. You also had Beto O'Rourke basically telling BLM to riot outside of the NRA convention and, basically implying that they should mess up the place here on the Daily Mail. Get in their face before another child gets shot in the face. Beto O'Rourke tells protest outside of NRA convention to fight, literally fight, against Republicans because the time to stop the next mass shooting is now. So there's an NRA convention that's happening. Donald Trump's going to be there. Ted Cruz is going to be there. Important people will be there. And you had Beto O'Rourke literally telling BLM to fight Republicans and get in their faces. What does that mean? Well, Beto O'Rourke is basically telling his leftist stooges to attack Republicans. He's not directly saying it. I want to make that clear. But I think anyone with a brain can tell you that he's basically telling people to riot and potentially get violent. I guess what it comes down to is cowardice and incompetence. A Texas cop broke down on TV saying that it was clearly the wrong decision after he revealed that the 19 officers stood outside the classroom and did nothing because the Uvalde police chief thought everyone was dead. Despite the fact that kids kept calling 911, the bodies kept hitting the floor, people kept dying. The police thought, well, everyone's dead already, we'll just wait an hour. Because everyone is already dead? Well, if everyone is dead, why don't you go in and stop the guy? Oh, my brain. Oh, the brain cells. You know what? I'm tired of it. Sue the entire police department. Find out the teacher who left that door open, because that teacher's directly responsible, too, for all those kids dying. You know what the beautiful part is? I heard it was a female teacher who was going to get her phone. She left the door open for a killer gunman because she wanted to get her cell phone. I know you can't see my face right now, but wow. Of course. Lady can't live without her phone. Leave the door wide open and let all those children die. What a world. The more you look at this story, the more it seems like the cops let this happen, the feds let this happen, the school let this happen, society let it happen. And you know what? It's gonna happen again because everyone is incompetent. Law enforcement is full of cowards. And it just blows my mind when Democrats say, you don't need guns because the cops will come and save you. No, they won't. They will not save you. We need more guns. We need armed teachers, armed guards, people with weapons, people with guts. So you know what? Kudos to that off-duty Border Patrol agent for saving those kids because he did what needed to be done when no one else would. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to support the channel and the content, support me on Patreon and Subscribestar. Links are down below in the description, as this channel is supported by viewers like you. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. Check out the Webull affiliate. Again, it's basically free money. You got nothing to lose. Anyways, I'll see you all next time.